My name is Matthew Silverman, and I want to thank Service to the Citizens for generously giving me the Lifetime Achievement Award. I am currently serving as National President for the Federal Law Enforcement Officers Association, and in that role, I get to work with so many amazing heroes out there on both the fire, military, and law enforcement fronts. So I want to take a second to thank them for their duty and their service. We're sitting here right now at the Whiskey Wall. This is where it all began for me many, many years ago, telling the true stories of what law enforcement officers go through on a daily basis. And over here in this chair, we have Whiskey, the service dog, who is absolutely amazing, has shed love to so many of our heroes out there. And like I said, it started here at this Whiskey Wall, telling the stories, the true stories of what law enforcement goes through, the mental health and wellness issues that many of us feel on a daily basis. And from that, with FLEOA, I've had the opportunity to travel around the country, out to the border, to deal with and work with our Border Patrol, Customs and Border Protection, Homeland Security investigations, and many other agencies to help stop the fake media news that was out there and tell the true stories of what our law enforcement agencies and officers are dealing with on a daily basis. Being able to travel around, being able to talk to them and share those moments, and then produce videos and produce content out there that shows them that we have their backs has changed so many lives, and will continue to do it, and we will not stop until every one of our officers knows that we are behind them, along with our citizens who 99% love them and appreciate them every single day. So thank you very much again for this Lifetime Achievement Award. I cannot be happier to spend the night with you, to be there with you, and I'm always there for you. Thank you so much.
Port Director Collex received this award for his outstanding leadership as the Port Director at Washington Dulles, where his work left a lasting impact on the Global Entry program. At the time, over 30,000 travelers were conditionally approved for Global Entry, but couldn't schedule an appointment. He changed that. He launched enrollment on arrival, allowing those travelers to complete their enrollment as they entered the country. He expanded appointment availability, hosted more enrollment events across the capital region, and introduced for the first time ever enrollment on departure, giving travelers the ability to enroll while leaving the country if they were already conditionally approved. As a result, thousands of travelers became Global Entry members, and even those already enrolled, processing times that once took 45 to 60 seconds were reduced to just 3 to 6 seconds, thanks to new technology he helped implement. But this wasn't just about convenience, it was about national security. By streamlining the process for trusted travelers, his efforts allowed officers to focus more on identifying high-risk individuals and protecting our country.
Hello, my name is Mark Colix. I'm the Port Director for the Port of Detroit, Michigan. And I want to thank you for honoring me with this award for building a customer-based focus culture.
Hello, I'm Walter Cruikshank, recently retired as the Deputy Director of the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management, or BOEM, at the U.S. Department of the Interior. I am honored to receive the Service to the Citizen Award, humbled by the amazing work of all the other awardees being recognized this evening, and grateful to have been nominated. I accept this award as recognition of all of the work of the employees at BOEM. To be honest, I was a bit surprised to be a recipient, as the Bureau does not provide direct services to citizens. BOEM manages the energy, mineral, and environmental resources of the nation's seabed in the public interest. And as you can imagine, the public is very interested in these resources. And the decisions that the Secretary of the Interior has to make are inherently controversial. Therefore, at BOEM, we believe it's particularly important to engage with the public, to gather and consider their input, and conduct scientific research to develop answers to their questions. And we make sure that this information and the public's input is shared with leadership before decisions are made. Further, we invest in and develop our workforce and tools for their use, with the goals of public service and robust public engagement in mind. While we know not everyone will agree with every decision, BOEM strives to ensure that everyone has a meaningful opportunity to be heard. I appreciate the service to the citizen organization for recognizing the many forms of public service, and I'm proud of and grateful to the employees of BOEM for the work that they do. Thank you, and have a good evening.
I'm Laura Walker. I'm a claims specialist with the Social Security Administration in the Prescott, Arizona district, where we deliver frontline essential services to those that need them the most. I'm also a very proud wife and mother, and I'm thrilled to be this year's Rising Star for the 2025 Service to the Citizen Award. I believe that it is up to every civil servant. You do not have to have manager in your title to go above and beyond with every customer interaction. I want to share a story to illustrate this point. A couple of weeks ago, an elderly woman visited our lobby. Come to find out, she was an 89-year-old widow, and she had realized she had missed the deadline to renew her low-income housing. She had come to Social Security, like many people, as we're one of the only federal offices you can visit, desperate for us to help. So before I left the office for the evening, I sent an email to a couple of friends at other agencies that have supported us. Didn't think much of it, went home for the evening, but of course this widow was front of mind in the morning. And when I got in, I was just amazed. I had probably 12 different emails from people at the VA, HUD, the state of Arizona, as well as our industry partners, coming up with solutions to help. And in the true spirit of the Prescott District's full embrace of first contact resolution, I called the widow and I was able to give her several referrals for alternative low-income housing. It's stories like these that make it so that the Prescott District is one of the top leaders in the Voice of the Customer program across the agency. Our customer satisfaction scores average 6% higher than the rest of the nation, and a whopping 10% higher in the metric of public trust. An enormous thank you to the selection committee. I'm so honored and grateful to be selected for this year's award. And in closing, I want to share one last belief with you all. I believe that when we come together as a government community and we bridge those silos, we can truly make lasting impact for millions.
Hi, I'm Michelle Felicetta. I'm the district manager for the Prescott, Arizona district for the Social Security Administration. And we are honored. Hey.
Hi.
Here at the Prescott office and within our district, we take care of each other. We make sure to...
Excuse me, Michelle, we got a situation.
Hi, this is Michelle here. And if you've ever been to an SSA field office, you know we're a little too busy for formal introductions anyway. So I'm going to hand it over to a few of the real heroes on the front lines to tell you a little bit about what we do differently around here.
I'm John Orvis, Operations Supervisor in the Prescott office, and I'm here with Andrea Myers, Customer Service Representative. We are proud to serve in the Prescott District under Michelle Felicetta's leadership. We've adapted to thrive in the constructive chaos of the SSA field office, ensuring our doors are always open and serving our community with pride. Our district includes 4 offices: Prescott, Flagstaff, Colorado River Basin, and Shola, with a total of 48 mission-driven employees, serving approximately 230,000 beneficiaries and recipients across 3 states and several indigenous tribes and nations.
Our district exemplifies SSA's strategic vision to transform the customer experience, foster operational agility, and build trust in government service. Facing major challenges, we built a centralized operating model, sharing workloads, appointments, and phone coverage across offices, and stayed dedicated to supporting each other, regardless of jurisdictional boundaries, truly working toward the Commissioner's vision of one agency.
Our proactive and holistic approach with true first contact resolution endeavors to reduce repeat contacts by 30 to 40%, providing for huge operational savings, boosting efficiency, and delivering faster service and peace of mind for the people we serve. Our district is recognized as a go-to problem solver, addressing complex issues effectively and earning high praise from partners like the Office of the Inspector General, congressional contacts, Medicaid, and nonprofits.
We continuously refine how we work, breaking down outdated mindsets and embracing change. That commitment extends extends beyond service delivery. It's about building a culture of collaboration and employee empowerment. We're committed to SSA's mission, to innovation, and to putting people, our colleagues, and customers first.
This is Michelle again. Receiving this award means the world to us. Thank you to the selection panel, our SSA colleagues, and the CX community for taking a chance on the Blow-ins from Arizona. This recognition is a testament to our team's hard work, heart, and the belief that when we put people first, we create real change, one person at a time.
Hi, my name is Liz Graycon, and I'm honored to serve as the Acting Deputy Assistant Secretary for Overseas Citizen Services at the Department of State's Bureau of Consular Affairs. I'm thrilled to have been nominated along with my colleagues Young May Holoski and Dwayne Williamson. We represent the incredible team behind Overseas Citizen Services. Our office is at the forefront of ensuring the safety and security of Americans abroad. The crises we've faced over the past few years have tested us, but also highlighted the strength of our team and our mission. Our efforts are not just about policy or logistics, they're about people. Every decision we make, every action we take, is guided by the needs of U.S. citizens who rely on us.
At the Department of State, we know that every crisis is different, and each brings unique challenges. During the war in Ukraine, our task forces worked tirelessly to help thousands of Americans escape the conflict, including newborns and recently adopted children. In the Middle East, we face the heartbreaking reality of U.S. citizens taken hostage and others desperate to leave as violence escalated. In Sudan and Haiti, we coordinated evacuations under incredibly dangerous conditions, ensuring thousands of U.S. citizens could find safety. The constant through these crises was the dedication of our team, hundreds of professionals who stepped up at a moment's notice to serve U.S. citizens in need.
I manage the call center, which serves as a lifeline and is often the first point of contact for U.S. citizens facing emergencies overseas. We are there to answer their calls, provide guidance, and offer reassurance. During times of crises, we handle thousands of inquiries, ensuring every U.S. citizen has access to accurate and timely information. We work hand in hand with embassies and interagency partners to coordinate evacuations. The team's ability to provide fast, reliable answers, whether it's about evacuation routes or the status of a newborn caught in a crisis, has saved lives and brought comfort to countless families.
My colleagues and I are proud to represent the hundreds of professionals who dedicate themselves to serving U.S. citizens every day. Thank you for honoring the work that makes a difference in the lives of so many and recognizing their dedication, compassion, and professionalism.
I am a veteran. I'm also an Army brat. I grew up in the military. My father served in the Army for 33 years. And I was seeing veterans come into court on our docket for homeless persons. And so one day after a docket for homeless persons, I just talked to the State's Attorney, the public defender, and the service providers. And I said, why don't we start a veterans docket? I think the common denominator is when somebody gets out of the military, they don't have a mission anymore. So when you're in the military, everybody's a team, you're working towards the same mission. That mission is something that's greater than yourself. And when they separate from the military and they go back into civilian life, it's just a very difficult transition sometimes. I think especially with the combat veterans who may have suffered serious injury or veterans who have mental health issues, sometimes people turn to drugs to deal with those issues, the demons that they're fighting. And so those veterans end up sometimes in the criminal justice system. It was a lot of work, and we have created an amazing team of federal, state, and local partners.
It's a big team, and we're kind of like one big family and like a well-oiled machine. We need each other to make everything work, and we all are supporting the same mission of helping these veterans who might have just gotten lost along the way.
As long as the Veteran Treatment Courts have been around, the Mentor program has been a part of it. It's a program that entails veterans volunteering their time and energy to be mentors to the participants going through the Veterans Treatment Court.
We give out dog tags, challenge coins, gift cards. So I do a lot of that. We try to foster a really supportive environment. So we see that after a couple of dockets, or even them observing a docket, they see that it's a team effort. Everyone is for them, not against them. And it becomes this comforting, supportive family almost, because they do see that everyone is behind them.
The Veterans Treatment Court is the most rewarding thing I have done as a judge, and I love watching the veterans commit to this program and to see their improvement. It's challenging, and when they graduate, it is so rewarding for me. I'm so proud of the progress that they have made.
Thank you very much for this award. I am deeply honored and grateful to the committee, to my team, and to everyone who nominated me for this award. I have spent my career working on something I'm deeply passionate about, making government work better for all of us. My journey kicked off in 2014 when I helped launch the federal practice at Qualtrics. Our mission was simple yet powerful, to bring experience management to the public sector. My belief was, and still is, that if government listens better, it can serve better. This has led to some of my proudest moments, not just in improving services, but in protecting the people who provide them. One of the most impactful contributions that I have been honored to be a part of is our work with the U.S. Customs and Border Protection's Office of Field Operations. Their officers face immense stress, leading to high burnout and critical risks like self-harm. Their Wellness and Resilience Division, or WARD, needed a way to proactively support them. We helped create the Virtual Investment in Employee Wellness program to provide a scalable and anonymous feedback system. It allows WARD to get real-time insights into officer well-being, assessing their needs and sentiment. This program is helping get ahead of a crisis, not just react to it. And that proactive support is a huge step forward. This wasn't just about efficiency, it was about building trust when people were at their most vulnerable. Seeing the impact of faster, clearer information during crisis was incredibly rewarding. I am proud of the work we have done with agencies like CBP, as well as the US Navy, which also focuses on frontline well-being and resilience. In high-stress roles, we have a responsibility to support our people, and by focus on their mental health and well-being and suicide prevention, we are not just improving their lives, we are making our entire government more resilient and improving the security of our nation. This spirit of empowerment is something we have seen celebrated in many of the agencies we work with. We have had the privilege of working with incredible agencies such as the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, the Transportation Security Administration, and the U.S. Social Security Administration, all of whom are being recognized for their excellence tonight. It is an honor to stand with them and see how they are using data to empower their teams and better serve the public. Ultimately, all my work, whether it's building new tools, helping shape national policy, or focusing on the well-being of our dedicated public servants, has one single goal: to help government agencies be more responsive, transparent, and effective. My mission is to bring together technology, dedicated public servants, and everyday citizens to create lasting improvements in how government serves us all. I am so grateful for my amazing Qualtrics Federal team, whose passion for public service inspires me every single day. It is an honor to work alongside them, as well as this dedicated federal experience community. Your tireless efforts and commitment to improving government are what make a real difference to our nation. Thank you all for what you do, and thank you for letting me share a bit of my journey with you.
The Copyright Claims Board is a virtual small claims tribunal, so no one has to pay to travel to us. The goal is to be a cost-effective, streamlined alternative to federal court while still allowing parties to have their positions heard. One way we do that is by having the 3 officers be experts in copyright litigation, so parties don't have to have attorneys or be well-versed in the law.
Working at the Copyright Claims Board has been a true privilege. Serving pro se and represented parties every day has shown me how valuable the CCB can be as an alternative to federal court. I have facilitated communications with the CCB and helped to run virtual hearings and conferences, and I love my job. Every day, getting up in the morning, I know that I am making a difference.
Hi, I'm Mel Lee, and at the time of this project, I was the Principal Design Strategist at HUD's Office of Field Policy and Management. This is the story of how we redesigned HUD state web pages for the people who use them.
At HUD, we were facing a big challenge. Millions of people were turning to our state web pages for housing help, but the information was often outdated, hard to find, or confusing. And for people in crisis, that meant missing support when they needed it most. We had no budget, no roadmap. We made the case to start anyway, with human-centered design, rapid prototyping, and voices from the ground up. We started in California, co-designing with HUD's Los Angeles and San Francisco field offices, but we knew we needed direct input from our customers. So we partnered with the Salvation Army Center of Hope in Anaheim. We brought early prototypes, snacks, movies, and gift cards, and turned user testing into a community holiday event. We also partnered with USC School of Social Work and HUD's Office of Public Affairs to ensure our designs were accessible and grounded in real needs. Every design lab with customers and staff led to important revisions that made the pages stronger, clearer, and more useful. We listened, we iterated, and we cut 96% of outdated pages, replacing them with simple, plain language, state-specific content that actually help people. Key improvements included clear resource buttons based on user needs, plain language across all 50 state pages, a redesigned interface shaped by data and community feedback, and a Need More Help button that connects people directly to their local HUD field office. The impact was real and measurable. The new pages rose to the top 0.01% of all HUD web traffic. Over 17,500 service requests were submitted. 95% of those were resolved within 24 hours. This wasn't just a redesign, it was a community-built solution, now scaled across all 50 states. This is what government can look like when we bring empathy, partnership, and lots of sticky notes. Thank you, Service to the Citizen, for recognizing our team.
Hundreds of thousands of children in Oregon go from consistently relying on meals at school for most of the year to just simply not accessing them in the summer.
Summer EBT is one element that can begin to bridge that gap.
It will really help boost their growth, their mindset, and basically just helping them learn.
If we're serious about education, if we're serious about preventing that summer slide, summer EBT is one of the methodologies that we have at our disposal to ensure our students get what they need in order to thrive as learners.
When it comes to public service, innovation matters. The Oregon Summer EBT program wanted to make getting help easy and fast. That meant building a system that put people first and rethinking how digital tools could remove barriers.
We designed everything around the people who use it. Less paperwork, fewer clicks, more support. From digital design to in-person customer service, every decision helped Oregon families get what they needed easily, with dignity and with easy access to supports.
Oregon was one of the first states to launch the Summer EBT program in 2024. We did it in just 16 weeks, on time and under budget. We built the program with a person-first approach to make sure families, schools, and staff all had tools designed for their needs.
Oregon's continuous improvement approach helped us deliver what people actually needed for summer EBT to be successful in its first year and created a solid foundation for future years. And thanks to smart technical infrastructure and strategic communications and outreach, we exceeded our goals and reduced summer hunger for children in Oregon.
Our success came from a mix of strong partnership among government agencies and contractors, thoughtful use of AI tools and automations, smart communication strategies, and a commitment to continuous improvement.
Summer EBT is a welcome addition to support the health and well-being of our children.
When natural disasters strike, recovery doesn't end when the storm clears. Survivors face stress, collective and personal trauma, and uncertainty, all while trying to navigate bureaucratic processes that can be overwhelming during a time when they need the government to support them the most. Our project set out to create a more dignified, less frustrating recovery experience for survivors. Instead of just making improvements, we started by centering the survivors in our process. We listened to over 100 survivors and disaster workers across the nation as they shared their recovery experiences with us and their hopes for how it could be improved. We kept hearing over and over again the impact that the interactions with frontline staff had on their long-term well-being and recovery. Based on their stories, we focused our efforts on how we might make those interactions more compassionate and trauma-informed amidst the chaos and stress of recovery. What made this project so special was that we used a participatory design approach. We engaged FEMA, SBA, HUD, DOJ, and several other federal agencies across the government in co-design workshops and pilots. Together, we began to transform disaster recovery centers and built the Trauma-Informed Disaster Recovery Toolkit. Its content, design, and delivery is informed entirely by lived experiences and feedback from federal emergency managers, disaster survivors, and trauma experts. To date, over 500 federal emergency managers have been trained, with over a 90% increase in understanding of how to apply a trauma-informed care approach in the field. Thank you so much for recognizing the Trauma-Informed Disaster Recovery Life Experience work with the Service to the Citizen Award. This honor affirms the power of centering collaboration and humanity in government in order to design for a meaningful, people-centered change.
My name is Brianna Pardo. I live in Milton, Pennsylvania, and I am the Executive Director of Code PA, or the Commonwealth Office of Digital Experience. The Shapiro administration, and specifically Governor Shapiro, saw a need in an improvement in the digital services where constituents are becoming more and more reliant on being able to access everything online. And he recognized the need for us to build accessible, easy-to-use, no-wrong-door applications. The first product that we actually shipped was a tool called Payback. It is a part of the governor's initiative to make permitting transparency possible for all constituents in Pennsylvania. We built a claim review submission tool that folks can come on and file a claim to understand where they may have been denied in the past for medical services, how they can work with the state in order to get what they need.
We're the first state in the nation to have an online digital application for clemency. And this work is so important because we need to make no wrong door for folks who are looking for that second chance. And so the opportunity to work with Board of Pardons just fits so squarely in our mission of making it easier for Pennsylvanians to get the government services that they need online.
Code PA has a mandate to work across agencies and reimagine critical things. And I think that's something that our team will continue to focus on, is having these big ideas, these big visions and boulders that we know are in front of us, breaking them down and delivering results over time so that Pennsylvanians can really start to feel a difference in their digital experiences.
Think about the last time you used government services. Did you renew a passport or driver's license? How was the experience?
Hi, I'm Michelle Liu, Senior Service Designer at the Social Security Administration. First, congratulations to all award recipients. It's inspiring to see so many dedicated to improving service delivery. Also, thank you to the Selection Committee for recognizing our agency's Service Index initiative.
I started this effort to answer questions our executive asked. How many tasks do customers request? How many are available in the various channels? What's their experience? The answer was complex because different agency departments were responsible for certain channels, tasks, and programs, and they weren't always on the same page. Through research, collaboration, and resilience, we gathered information across the agency and built the Service Index. It's a comprehensive catalog of every task our customers request, available channels, data, policy, and much more. The index gives us valuable insights on the current state of our services and gaps. Now, we can answer questions like how many tasks are self-service, how many require customers to come in person. We can prioritize, make data-driven decisions, and work together to improve service delivery, strategically, holistically, and always with the customer in mind. I want to acknowledge our former executive and supervisor Eric Powers and Jeffrey Talbert for their leadership, my former colleague Kelly Doe for her dedication to the index, and the team for their support. To end, think back to the questions that started this effort. In your agency, what tasks do customers request? What channels can they use? How would the Service Index look for your organization? Knowing the current state and gaps can help identify what to improve next. Thank you.
The Nursing Home to Home pilot program was born out of an urgent need to develop innovative, cost-effective solutions to meet the long-term care needs of our growing older adult veteran population. Research has shown that as we age, our wish is to remain in our homes and communities. In 2024, the Nursing Home to Home team set out to support those wishes. A program designed with a focus on age-friendly values and what matters most to the individual. Nursing Home to Home offers intensive care coordination and support services to make the veterans' dreams of returning home a reality. 61 veterans who received their care from the VA have been able to move out of nursing facilities and back to their own homes or to a community-based setting, many of whom had lived in long-term care for over a year and without a plan to return home. It has been a privilege for all of us to witness firsthand the difference that individualized care and support can make in the lives of our nation's heroes.
We didn't have any direction. I didn't know what was going to have to tell you the truth. I didn't know if I was going to stay there the rest of my life or end it there or whatever. So I just didn't know. You guys have, from day one, have lived up to everything you said and much, much more. So it's just been amazing. And it feels so good to be out of the wheelchair, throwing the old concepts out and establishing new beliefs. And that, you give me hope, a lot of hope. And there's no price tag you can put on that. Something that I didn't think I could achieve and would never achieve is now the achievable. So it's a good feeling. It feels good to accomplish something. And that's all part of hope, I think. When you're in that environment in the nursing home, bless their heart, they do everything they can to help you, but they're limited. And this offsets that by going above and beyond.
A theme of improved strength and mobility, dignity, and newfound freedoms has been consistently echoed by the veterans we serve. The pilot team transformed a concept into reality, establishing best practices in clinical care for our older adult veterans. The passion and motivation of this team have shaped a program that can be replicated nationwide, helping countless veterans achieve success and live their best lives. This achievement is a testament to the dedication, innovation, and hard work of the entire Nursing Home to Home team. To the veterans and their families who have placed their trust in us, and to our team who made these dreams possible, thank you. On behalf of the entire Nursing Home to Home team, thank you for this recognition and congratulations to all the 2025 Service to the Citizen Champions of Change Award recipients.
Hi, my name is Ryan Heinley, and I am honored to receive the 2025 Service to the Citizen Award. I worked with the VA Veterans Experience Office team in 2022 and 2023 on a redesign of the military to veteran customer experience journey. Part of the project involved mapping the then current state of communications from VA to transitioning veterans, which at the time was siloed and had some duplication across programs. Tim Hudak's communications team at VEO worked for over 2 years to streamline and consolidate communications to help veterans get the resources they need. When I was in the Marine Corps and first got to the fleet, a platoon sergeant told us that you can go to see the wizard, but it will end your career. Wizard is slang for a military behavioral health specialist. Because of that, no one in that platoon used any mental health resources while they were active duty. The culture in the military has changed since then, but it's people like Tim Hudak, Andy Martinez, and Barbara Morton at the Veterans Office that are helping shape the customer experience journey for transitioning service members to make it easier for them to get the care they need. I'm grateful to have been a part of that team, and as a VA customer, I appreciate the work VEO does to ensure all veterans get the resources and support they need. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ben Schenk, and I manage client experience analytics at Allegheny County's Department of Human Services. I, along with 2 members of my team, Cassie Alexander and Anna Kopolka, am honored to be recognized for our team's use of using data to break down organizational barriers. One of the really exciting parts about working for local government is that you sit so close to the people that you serve. And at Allegheny County, we have invested in building a robust and nationally renowned integrated data warehouse that brings together client-level data across a number of publicly funded human services programs. So the combination of having this robust data infrastructure and sitting so close to your clients presents this incredible opportunity to provide precisely targeted, high-quality services at the right time. So for example, one project that my team has worked on is using API integrations between our data warehouse and a text messaging system where we automatically notify new mothers in Allegheny County about a program called Hello Baby. It's a network of resources to support new moms as they adjust to life with their new kid. We also use our data and technology to measure clients' experiences with our services. So at critical points in a client's journey with a DHS service, they'll automatically receive a brief survey asking them to share some feedback. For example, when families are involved in our Office of Children, Youth, and Families, which is our child welfare office, they'll receive brief surveys after family planning, when their case is open, when their case closes, and when they reunify with their child. These surveys help us understand at the right time what's going on with their case, and we can act on it. We can understand at the client level what's going well with their case and what could be improved. We can also look at the data in the aggregate and use them as key performance indicators to evaluate our system and make sure client voice is central to that.
My path to serving began many years ago in community mental health, where applying for Social Security disability was a critical step for many. Later, I worked at the Disability Determination Service, where I often waited weeks to months for records to arrive so I could adjudicate a disability claim. Whether I was working with mental health clients or making disability decisions, I can appreciate the positive impact Health IT has on individuals navigating the disability process.
The Health IT process automates the request, retrieval, and payment for medical records. In some cases, Health IT cuts case processing time by up to 50%, enabling eligible recipients access to crucial cash benefits and Medicare or Medicaid coverage much faster. Consider this. A claimant with knee pain might see their family doctor, then an orthopedic specialist, undergo an MRI, and have surgery. With Health IT, we can retrieve records from all 4 sources in seconds to minutes with one request. In fact, Health IT can even enable some claims to be adjudicated on the very day they are assigned. We are incredibly proud that our initiative reduces stress for disability claimants, saves taxpayer money, and significantly improves service to the American public.
We partner with hundreds of healthcare organizations, and we are currently exceeding our fiscal year 2025 goals for expansion. Our Health IT team embraces having a front row seat to industry growth, which includes pursuing a government use case for TEFCA, all with the ultimate goal of benefiting disability applicants across the nation.
We are humbled and honored to accept the Service to the Citizen Award on behalf of our entire team. We are also immensely thankful for the Health IT stakeholders across our operational, hearings, and systems components.
Hello, my name is Kira Prim, and I work in the Office of Online Services at the IRS. I want to thank the Service to the Citizen Award Committee for giving me an award this year. I want to congratulate all the winners, and I want to thank my team for nominating me, but also for working with me all these years on making sure we provide the best user experience we can provide for our users. It's not always an easy thing to do, but it is the right thing to do, and it's always worth it. It is important for us to know what the user needs are. We can refine our ideas, we can test them, we can ask for feedback, just like what I'm doing right now at the Nationwide Tax Forum, and we go back and we improve the products and the applications and the websites. So I hope we get to do this for many more years. I just want to thank you all for it. I will truly appreciate this award forever. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dr. Meredith Josephs, retired Executive Director of Connected Health within the Veterans Health Administration's Office of Connected Care at the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. I'm thrilled to be recognized for a 2025 Service to the Citizen Award. During my time at VA, I've been able to play a part in advancing telehealth technology and expanding adoption of virtual health care among veterans and the VA staff who support them. I share this recognition with the talented teams and dedicated leaders I've had the pleasure of working with to transform how VA provides healthcare in a rapidly changing care environment. We've been able to improve technology and expand access to care with digital tools like the My Healthy Vet patient portal, VA mobile apps that engage veterans in managing their health, and a range of remote patient monitoring services to veterans at all stages of their health journeys. Not only have we been able to bring technology to the veterans who need it most, including in remote locations, but I'm pleased to report that veterans are happy with their care. For example, the VA Health Chat app, a text-based service for care, is available in all 18 VA health networks and boasts a 96% satisfaction rate, with 92% of veterans reporting that the service improved their access to care. I'm proud that VA invests in connected health innovation. By expanding access to virtual care, we are empowering veterans to use digital tools to manage their health and connect with their care teams. Access to care is so important, and we've been able to narrow the digital divide and bring timely medical care to veterans, regardless of their location. Our teams raise the bar for exceptional, specialized, and accessible health care. I'm honored to accept the Service to the Citizen Award. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Jorge Cardenas, and I am the Chief Information Officer for the City of Brownsville. I just want to take this time and say that I'm very, very humble and very proud to receive this Citizens Award because it really means a lot to me. One of the reasons it really means a lot is because Brownsville was really named the worst connected city in 2014. 2017, TIA came back and said that we are the second worst connected city in the nation. So, in 2019, the city commission started an initiative to build a fiber network to make our city better connected. And in 2022, we finally signed the agreement to start building our own fiber network. Today, I can tell you that we have over 100 miles of fiber, and now we have given the citizens a second option, third option for their internet connectivity, and this is really transforming their lives. Now they have internet connection that is affordable, that is fast, and this really has an impact on the community because now their kids, families can use this internet to improve their quality of life. Just proud to be part of this initiative in Brownsville and the other great things that are coming moving forward. This will transform people's lives, and I'm just very proud, like I said, and humble to be part of this great city. So really, thank you for your time and thank you for everything, and looking forward to doing more and great things in the city of Brownsville. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bob Gorley. I'm the Chief Technology Officer of UDA LLC, and I'm thrilled to have been given this award for service to citizens in the category of using innovative technologies to deliver simple, seamless, and secure services. It is a huge honor for me and the entire UDA network. What is the UDA network? It's 350 executives and technology leaders from across industry and government that work hard to understand the future of technology and what that means for decisions today, including what we can do to accelerate the best technology into government for all government missions, especially service to citizens. The UDA network meets monthly and talks about these issues and assesses them. We have a small research team that supports them, and then we gather together annually at UDACon. The next one is on 29 October 2025 in Reston, Virginia, where we will be diving deep into the future of cybersecurity, biotech, space tech, quantum technologies and what we need to do to mitigate quantum risk, and then many other mission-critical technologies that are needed by government today. The UDA network is focused on improving support to critical government missions and also improving the ability for industry to support government missions. Thanks again for this award. It's really an honor and just makes us all want to do better.
Thank you so much for the Service to the Citizens Award. I see this recognition as a reflection of all the people, those on the front lines and those behind the scenes, the folks whose hard work and heart drive improvements in how we serve across government. Over the years, whether I've been in government or the private sector, one thing has always stood out. Great service starts with engaged team members. When our teams feel supported and valued, they bring that same energy into those we serve. They meet challenges with empathy, innovation, and accountability, and that's what starts to move the needle in terms of government services. But here's the thing, none of us can or should do it alone. The best results happen when we bring together the strengths of our people and the power of technology. When we combine human insight, creativity, and curiosity with smart tools, we begin to unlock the full potential of what's possible. Technology is important, but it's not the only piece. It's how we use it to help people to do their best work that matters. When employees have easy-to-use systems, real-time information, they can be more agile, solve problems faster, and use automation to allow them to focus on the things that require a more humanistic touch. The partnership between people and technology, that's what helps us anticipate needs and deliver better solutions faster. Our government continues to work to build trust through results. We all want services that are quicker, simpler, and more accountable. And we do that, a key piece of that is how we invest in our teams. When people have the right tools, clear direction, and meaningful support, they do amazing things. At the end of the day, it's about putting people first, those we serve and those who serve. When we listen to the folks doing the work and design services around the public's needs, we end up with programs that maximize impact because it's our workforce that bring those ideas to life. Change isn't always easy, but I am continuously inspired by the resilience and the commitment I see in employees both in the public sector and in the private sector who show up every day, determined to serve with excellence and integrity. That dedication is a key part of what keeps us moving forward. This award truly is a celebration of teamwork and collaboration. It's a reflection of the passion and the persistence of colleagues across government and in industry, all working together because we believe that when we invest in our people and we give them the right tools, we build trust and deliver better results for everyone. Thank you again.
As the Chief Digital Transformation Officer of our nation's currently largest federal law enforcement agency and the nation's second largest revenue collecting agency in the federal government, I am leading purpose-built innovation to empower the delivery of CBP's mission to ensure the security of lawful trade and travel. Historically, CBP's monumental mission has always outsized its resources. As a result, CBP has always been an early adopter of technologies needed to positively impact our vital national security mission. As we reduce complexity through innovation, we are unlocking new capacity and further enable our frontline officers and support personnel across the agency in their unique skill sets, strengthening both our national security and the global ecosystem of security, travel, and trade. In my most previous role as Acting Chief Operating Officer of CBP, I am honored to have led the establishment of the CBP Experience Division, or CBPX. Led by Acting Director Janet Pence, this division increases efficiency, improves experiences, and eliminates administrative burdens with direct input from those who engage with CBP products and services, both inside and outside the agency. One example of the broad impact of CBP Experience is our work improving CBP's Global Entry service. Global Entry allows expedited clearance for over 15 million vetted, pre-screened, pre-approved as low-risk travelers upon their arrival in the United States. In a survey we conducted at airports across the United States, 93% of over 18,000 travelers reported being very satisfied or satisfied with their experience as CBP. I want to praise our Office of Field Operations team because over 1,000 respondents cited CBP staff as the reason for their positive experience, with feedback like, "My experience has been extremely pleasant," and "Your staff has been amazing and truly welcoming and kind." This is just one of the many examples of how the CBP experience is having a critical impact for our agency, our employees, and the public we serve. Thank you for the tremendous honor for being selected as the Government Executive of the Year Award. And congratulations to my peers across this area for their incredibly impactful contributions to public service.